Good evening.
It's always good, Bernard.
Is that right? From soldier to businessman to statesman. Is that the...
The statesman bit, I don't know where it's coming from, but at least I'm doing my bit.
When we see you on the front page of a newspaper on a selfie with the president, that looks very statesmanly, and I don't know who took the selfie. It was really...
Yeah, it was the president who took it.
Amazing.
Which made it spectacular.
Has he always been your friend?
Yeah, he's been my friend. Yes. In fact, it was his wife, the first lady, was my friend, and then he became my friend.
Wow.
And we shared intimate moments.
Okay.
As in had drinks and eating together and things like that. So
this is long before he became president in the first term?
That's when he was vice.
Oh, okay.
When he was vice.
Which was at the same time you were, because this will be 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012.
That's right. That time I was building UT.
Yes.
We were not a bank yet by your timing.
Yeah.
But then we became a bank in about 2010, 2009, 2010. And that got me really busy, so I think the friendship got a bit of distance in the friendship.
Yeah.
But he's, you know the president really, he's too down to earth.
He's very cool.
And humane and extremely humble. Yeah. Most times I think he loses himself. He doesn't even know the power that he has or something like that, you know. Yeah. And he relates to everyone. That is a real quality that we are very, very lucky to have.
We'll come back to the president later on. You are here because you have successfully outdoored the third cohort of the PK Amoabeng scholars. This thing looks very important to you.
Absolutely.
Why?
Thank you for that question. Bernard, after going through UT and giving jobs to people and creating a company and the recognition, acknowledgement, and also downhill, its collapse and everything, I sat back and reflected deeply and said, what really is the biggest problem of this country? And it doesn't take, it's not rocket science, it's about leadership. The people who hold positions in businesses, in institutions, in government, in politics. And the problem that we have with them is that generally, and I'm not saying everybody, generally we don't have leaders with the right values. Values, I mean, people who respect everybody, have respect for all. Now, respect for all means that you respect everybody's time and you respect systems and you let systems do the choosing and positioning and everything. And then you must be honest in all your transactions, transparent, and selflessly. It's about the people. Because after all, that's how we came to this world. You came here to make the right impact. But we have been creating leaders in schools, wherever. We create leaders. But the point is, when you identify your problem, you go to an expert, somebody who knows that particular problem. So our problem is not just about leadership, it's about leadership with the right qualities, leadership with the right mindset, different from what we're experiencing now. So I said, but we are not creating them. We create lawyers, we create engineers, we create, but leaders that are God-fearing and have all these values I'm talking about, we don't invest in them. So I said, listen, if I can create some of these leaders and put them in the system and they can hold on to those values, Ghana will have a chance of the narrative changing. But without that, the way we're going, it scares me at night. And so I started a leadership foundation. I was going to schools and things, and then we said, no, we have to actually get people that we intentionally change their mindset. Okay. And that includes mentorship, includes military training, includes boot camps, and it also includes participation of the leader, as in myself. Okay. Because it's a different thing, lecturing and things, but when they see you and them in the field, on the ground, it's a different message you're giving them. So it's consumed the rest of my life. I'm so passionate about it. And the point is that if I can create 10, 50, 100 more of myself, literally like clone them, we can have 10, 50, 100 of UT stories. Wow. And even more, if we can have one of them eventually becoming head of state.
Then that becomes... So this has evolved from moving to speak to inspire to now sort of deliberately grooming, because I do know that there was some particular period where you were going to campuses.
Yeah.
You did some with Sarkodie.
Yeah.
I've even shared a platform with you.
Yeah.
So at what point did you realize that it's not enough to just tell people that they can do it? Rather, you needed to sort of put them in a system that makes them.
Well, I think it all came together about 4 years ago. You know, and this was, it came from one of my very close friends, and he said, what you're doing is good, but I think you have to get a core group that you actually try and clone. That was the word he used. And says, let them understand you, your values, your system, your mindset, and everything. And this group of people will impact the world better than those who just hear and go and hear and go.
So from inspiration to incubation.
I think I like that.
Interesting. So let's talk about some of the things you take them through. Has the program evolved? Because this is the third cohort, right? And I think about 20 or 19 per cohort, right?
Yeah, 20.
20
per cohort. The first cohorts, we just chose those who applied, and I think we had probably maybe 500, 600 people applying.
Wow.
The second cohort...
Did you have an age profile?
About 25 to 40.
And you have about 500, the first instance?
No, and the second cohort, we had over 2,000 applying. And this third cohort, we had about 5,000 applying.
Wow.
So we have to actually...
think of expanding the program. The demand is higher. So age 25 to 40, which means they are still impressionable, mature enough to understand, but young enough to grow into something like a middle ground.
Yeah.
And these 20 people, what do you take them through?
Well, after the screening, to choose 25.
But how is the screening? How do you screen them?
Well, sometimes even the name spelling is wrong, so they will throw it away. I mean, if you're going through 5,000,
if you spell your name wrong, you're out.
If your address, you made some comma, we say, okay, well, you're not serious. But then we look at people who indicate commitment to a new Ghana and a new Africa. And some of these people, you can see from the application itself that they are moved by maybe what they think about me and think about other leaders and so on and so forth. And then it gets to a stage where they do a video of themselves to send. And then finally we have about 100 that we see physically. So it takes quite a time, and it's quite tasking, but we want to get people who are really ready for it. Now, when we choose the final 2025, we do a graduation,
sort of induction. Okay.
And we did the induction at Alisa recently. And whilst we're doing the induction, we're doing the graduation, so we cut costs a bit.
Yeah.
Now, after the induction, when they come for the induction, the next morning, they are going to Achiase Jungle Warfare.
The next morning?
The next morning.
Wow. No lecture room, anything to initiate?
No, why?
First.
And it's very, very interesting.
First day.
So they drive and they are happy and they are enjoying and things, and driver will stop.
Are they aware they are going to Achiase?
They know they are going to Achiase, but they don't know
what is happening with him.
You know, so then they get to Achiase and it's like, okay, we are welcoming you, come down. And then they come down. Within the first 5 minutes, they realize that they have asked to go on the ground and things like that. And
so this is the normal training for...
That is what I went through.
Combat-ready soldiers.
Yes. You know,
but this is a shorter version.
It's a shorter and compact. And the thing is,
wow.
I always say that I am who I am now because of the military training I went through. So I'm taking them through my journey as much as I can with the shortest possible time. So and the funny thing is, the first night, they spend a night in the jungle overnight. And you can imagine Accra people and Kumasi people. The first night, that is when they land, the day they land.
They sleep in the jungle.
In the jungle. And then they have, immediately, you can see they start depending on each other and bonding and having teamwork. It comes naturally. That's military training, you can't joke with it. So
it's immersive.
The first 2 days, I think they don't even know whether it's a dream and it's going to change. But after 3 days, it's beautiful. Wow. And when I went to pick them up, that was Friday night.
You took them yourself?
They were sent there by bus, and I went there to collect my people. So I went there. Should I tell you this or shouldn't I tell you this? So
after 3 days,
give all kinds of experience to the point that you have to taste snake.
Wow.
Yeah, so last day, take snake because
if you're in the jungle and there's no food, that may be the only thing you can
and
depend.
snake is quite delicious. You know,
So are they taught how to prepare it or how to?
No, how to eat it. When they are eating a snake, and for example, when they are biting the snake, it's as if a snake is biting them. Yeah. But then I asked them, what do they think about 100% that it's a welcome experience, and they even think that it should be extended to about 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Which means by 3 days.
After that,
they have.
yes, you settle down, reflect on it, and said, yeah, after all, now I'm getting a mind change, because then you realize that everything is possible. It's just your mind. And therefore, when you get the strong mind change, you can do anything.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
So in 3, of course, when you guys were sent there, it's much longer, right?
Yeah.
And
normal military training, officer cadet is 18 months. Short service is 6 months.
And it's all there's 18 or 6 months in jungle warfare, or it's just part?
No.
It's different things. Different things. But the jungle one is critical. It's part of.
That is where you get the intensity of it. That's why I take them there.
You are basically left to fend for yourself in the bush, or what?
You won't be left to fend for yourself in the bush, but even in the dining room, you have to fend for yourself, because you may not be able to eat your food. Aren't we saying too much? So
I know.
Let's go on. I think to get some people.
You know,
I'm not careful.
I read a book written by a lady which is soon to be published, and she spoke about going through a similar process. And she said the life lessons she learned there have shaped her. So a lot of people talk about it. So, and I think you're right. So you do them 3 days jungle warfare.
No, it's mixed. You go to jungle, you come, they give you lectures about leadership, you learn weapon training, you learn to fire.
In the 3 days?
In the 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah, learn how to fire, you learn drills, as in marching, you wear uniform.
Hey, in 1 week?
Yeah, in 1 week. And it's intensive. It's back
so a person can be trained in 1 week to know that much?
Yes.
Wow.
It's all about setting the mind right. You would think it's not possible, it's all possible. And then you learn time management. I mean, you go to bathroom, you know when you're going to come out. You go to dining, you know when to come out. And by the time you come, you must respect time.
The one lady said to me, not from your cohort, that one of the things she learned in military training was sometimes when a team member fails, you all get punished.
Yeah.
So you must be responsible not just for yourself, but for the team. And her point was that initially, everybody was like, why should I be punished for somebody who let the ball drop? Yeah. But you realize that in life and death situations, somebody dropping the ball can affect the whole company.
Absolutely.
So you need to check on the guy who's the weak link.
Yeah.
And she learned that the hard way.
In actual fact, in the military, if one person is shot and even dead, you must carry the person.
You can't leave the person?
No, you can't. At least you mark the position, and when time is possible, you come and pick the person up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think it will be possible for all young Ghanaians, maybe at national service, to go through such a thing? If we are going to save a generation?
If we will be realistic, it's not possible.
Why not?
It will cost too much, the logistics and everything. But I think
but some countries, I'm told Israel, almost every young person after university goes through.
Yeah, you must have a good excuse not to go through.
But I don't think it will help us if the argument is that the mindset is the challenge we face. If a generation of free SHS graduates get the chance to do even a month of such a training, don't you think that in 10 years' time, when they become adults, we'll have a more organized society?
Yeah, but if you look at our situation with galamsey, with bad roads, with healthcare at its lowest, schools, they all need funding. We have a limited
So it will cost a lot to do
it. It will cost too much. I've put a back of envelope calculation. We're talking billions. And not as in money, but even the
opportunity cost of time, military doing other things.
But I think this government, and the president told me that they started with 70,000, which is a good number. Yeah. They'll go for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the dynamics of it, but at least we're starting from somewhere.
I actually think it could be useful because it could even chip in the way the military themselves recruit people. If you did a national service for 100,000 people and you were looking for even 5% of them, that 1 month or whatever they are there, it will help you assess and choose the best.
That is true.
If they want to become soldiers. Then all the stadium things you do, you don't need to do it anymore. You get it?
Yeah, a lot can be done. I think the Syrian thing is actually teaching us a lesson. It's a rude awakening that we have to do things different. And I think immediately the government reacted, and we started doing things differently.
But my concern, and which I know is also your concern, is that the generation that's coming up may not be equipped for the type of world they will be facing. You know, and we have young people, some have entitlement mentality. A lot of them, because of social media, are not really grounded in practical hard work and things. So by the time they start running the country, we are not sure if that level of grounding will be there for.
Well, we are sure that that level of grounding will not be there. That's my biggest fear. You know, so the military training is just breaking them in. Now after that, we organize boot camps, about 4 of them, and boot camp means weekend away with, and I'm with them, and we pay a visit to special places. One of the places that I always take them to is Kushia.
Kushia, this is Nana Prajin, Sam Jonas place.
Yeah. Now,
why that place?
It's in quite a remote area, and that place, at least discipline and cleanliness. No one puts a litter on the floor.
In that town?
In that town.
Really?
And it's cleaned to a fault, and it's putting in some tourism.
In Ghana here?
In Ghana, attraction. It's got a crocodile prawn. It's got a palace that you should see. And he's got places that, you know, go and see, except that if you go to the Pra River, which is just at the outskirts,
Galamsey has
done it. But one thing that I must say, I don't think he wants it to be said too often. He said he doesn't feel right that people's kids, children, should be carrying him. So
the
instead of palanquin, he dropped his palanquin and he bought a coach. And he's driven when he goes for the debus.
He's trying to break some of the tradition.
Respect for everybody. And that, and you'll be surprised.
The elders have agreed?
Well, he says he's a Omahi and he doesn't want
So you can't force me to be carried by human beings?
And he's, if you like call him, he answers and he said, oh, no, I want to come with drinks to come and he said, send WhatsApp.
Send me a WhatsApp. No need to come and do.
And if he will come, he'll be there.
Wow.
And he respects time. If you call him for any appointment, he's there before everybody else. And he
so
says,
he's still a chief, but he's sort of redefining
completely
the way it's supposed to be.
So I want that's the kind of leadership we're trying to teach, and I want them to see it live. Then we also go pay a visit to Kukrantumi,
your
my
hometown,
and I relax and chill with them. We do all sorts of things, including some sightseeing and exercises and things like that, plus lectures on life.
Wow.
Because I always say that to understand leadership in Africa, you should know really who the African is. And when you know who the African is, then you can try to change the mindset. But if you don't know, then of course you will just be... So
how do you do that? You get them to live among the people or to...
No, they are there in my house, but of course they stay in a hotel. And we have a series of lectures about the problems of Africa, about abundance, about respect, lack of respect, about irresponsible timekeeping and what causes it. And we go deeper than that. And by the time we come back, they have a sense of what is right and what they have to do. Then we also go to, of course, Safari Valley. That's at the end of it, to go and have...
Edukrom area.
Yeah, have alignment with nature. And Mr. Samuel Fari is one hell of an entrepreneur and a leader.
Faridate.
Yeah, and he has time with me and my people, and he gives them talk, what his mind, how his mind works and everything. So they go through all kinds of leadership.
How long is the whole program?
It's a year.
Is it 1 year?
1 year of intense mentorship. And we also give them a one-on-one mentorship.
With leaders in different aspects of society.
Now what that does is that, of course, the person is your mentor, but it opens